야, 하는 다 가게 그거야 무슨 너지 다 가게 현실세 그렇게 되네 그거는 야본데 왔지.
So just trying to cultivate the right motivation for listening to the teachings.
대샤 체와체로 샤체반제다 걸어서 체와체스 그거래 대화체비 치이자네 다 걸어서 말아 다 예대 대니에서 그거래.
So just recognizing that the activity that we are engaging is, which is a very profound and very special one, that is the listening to the Mahayana teachings. So therefore, in order for this our activity to be profound and to be really to be Mahayana teaching for us, so what is required is from one's own side, from the listener side, to cultivate the Mahayana mind of Bodhicitta mind.
그래서 냐바 소셔발라 담마자 가바사 디아노 다시 디아부시부지 러서처러자 달라다 제단처 다게 영화진 준데라 소제 샤이치네 셜로면노사 모두 공파니죠 달라다 제다 초세티바 배야서 다 띵하다 야보 다시 달라다 나다 내자라 전문협이 다 제바 띵바데 다 되네 야뭐다 관계가 대즈 당하면서 그래 치스다네 준데니 가서 자치서 제니 소소 손을 떠는 거자 되니잖아 맞아 그네 그럴 때 출도 타는데 그럴 레그네 king on the running on the ten jet get 좀 셔버지래는데 저도 인면선 때도가 전례겠지 컨트롤시나 king on the 문제한테 가서 뭐만 해야 돼 얘들이 컨트롤이 님 제비 패서나 컨트롤러가 콜 내봐야 와서 사는 대원 너무 문제가 있다 대진 가도 개춤을 간제가 컨트롤에 서서 가제 내봐시 제바고는서 가제 패 저도 패를 가도 파시야만 서서를 씩 떠나요 안도 쉬워진대요 안에는 또 쉬라도와 컨트롤만 로시되고 신조가 부시지 요건데와 로 가제 신조 가제 해야 하잖아. 배야 계절을 생각했는데 체 전부 쉬워진데 나대행이지 말어 맞세 뛰니 다마 라 맞세다 예절을 맞을 맞을 걸 로주고 지금 로시엔 다시 이제 로준 다시야 말 맞을 거로 로준 거는 맞게 장게가 맞지 이게 맞을 걸 지금 로시엔 얘는 로준 다시 생겨져 되는 말에 하고 그냥 뭔데 이내나 저러 상도다 이내 지면 가서 표현도 냐모세 늦어 쉬어지래잖아 냐모테인 그러면 가서 표현 내내 근데 추나 표현 차도면 가서 표현 대세면 가서 표현 손을 셔도나 만다도 되는 셈마대 아서 된게가 개 소나 때때 되지래서 되는 거지 시나 되는 야본 누와서 다선 된 동수 이제 다데레 내절에 전문여 베자 바세 라 내절에 내래 마트야 제 제바고는 다 편들 뒤지게 지시고 다 대선 보고랬어.
So as to the teachings, so we're up to this heading called stopping impatient with those who do three things to you, have contempt for you, or say offensive or unpleasant things to you. So this section is all part of training ourselves in the practice of patience, to specifically to the patient of disregarding the harm that we receive from others, like the sense of cultivating a sense of non-retaliations. So so it's in order to really to to be inspired by put this teaching, this like practice of patience into practice. So we really need to see the necessity of overcoming angers on the one hand, and really we need to recognize the true benefits of developing patience or tolerance within us, and also after when we have recognized this, in another word, like the shortcomings of the anger or the benefit of the patient, and then when we think about it now, how we should now go about this in our practice, then we will find that in terms of the resources to depend on certain like guidelines or certain instructions, then we will find that there's no more like profound resources, really great teaching than what the teaching that we have been studying here, and so therefore it's also when we talk about the practice, putting the teaching into practice, then it's also important to always trying to relate these teachings, directing this teaching towards oneself, rather than trying to make the assessments in terms of the with regard to some external other peoples. So rather towards directing to one's own continuum, mental continuum, and then to really to see that how when we generate anger and see what sort of shortcoming this anger brings to our life, and on the other hand, how if we overcome this anger through practicing, developing patience, and what sort of benefit, what sort of the advantages that we gain in our life. So what we will see, what the advantage we can gain in that, how how the difference is that how when there is anger or the hatred within our mind, then there is no peace, and we become very restless and even cannot think properly. And however, when we are able to calm this mind, of such as anger or even some other kind of mental defilements or afflictions, such as the jealousies or the wanting to a sense of competitiveness and so forth, and how when we are able to reduce or to be able to get rid of these things, then we can see we can experience there's a true peace and stability, and there's some sense of joy in our mind, and so therefore with that, when we have that when our mind is very peaceful and very stable, then really it makes a great difference to whatever we do in our life, and not to mention especially if we are engaging in this virtues practice, such as spiritual practice, so it makes a tremendous difference. So this, I can say this, from my own experience, even then I cannot say that I have, successfully completed all gained all the complete knowledge of the Dharma, but I could, I can say that I have spent my whole life dedicated towards the pursuit of the Dharma, for the pursuit of Dharma practice. So therefore, the fact that that there is how that the true source of the real source of the difficulty or the suffering that we go through in life is really the mental defilement or the afflictions that we generate within ourselves. And whereas on the other hand, if we the source of our peace, happiness, and all that is to when we are able to diminish these mental defilements within ourselves.
Geshe Doga pensi chegi then zeva de ya bo yo take ja che yung diwa ngene zeva men nga de chi sin thome te je de le ba na che ma chen ga lo la le je me le ba je ne je ye la me dia je ni thome de de ga ro ka se ga ro she yung diwa ye de nya ba so so go ba me ja ba ga ba na de na ne ha je ne sen ne le che men me Nisa Jada Jaja never shall never la Lila Nisa never lay, Jenny, Sella never yena never la Sobana, Lila never Manibis, Ranebi Lena Yoga, Manebi, listen in Kala, Manepi, Jene, Gawa Shago, Nyon the Sony, the Yamada Goddess. That tenacious so yellow Madad Mayoche, Yemadad coin. That Yemadad coin said, Take Kenny, Shadow Mashavish, that they can't do that. Children, the son told them. The ring of the nearness of the candy or something, the son there told her, and watch him the other there. Yemadad, go there, take Kenny, Shadow Mashavish. Everything on the shelter. Ro is a red house on death and on death donor, that happened to what they are.
So, so the text explained that that are sections, subheading which is stopping impatient with those who do three things to you, have contempt for you, or say offensive or unpleasant things to you. So perhaps if I read this, you should be able to understand. So it says, prevent your unhappiness, thinking, since the mind is not material, it cannot be directly harmed by others. While the mind is indirectly harmed by directly harming the body cannot be harmed by contempt, so offensive speech and unpleasant words. So these harm neither body nor mind, so I should be delighted. So when you prevent your unhappiness, you do not give rise to hostilities. So if we understand the content of this passage, or even if we think on this passage, really what it basically it is all teaching us how to improve our relationships, and because it's really focusing here is on cultivating patience or tolerance, and so this, when we how important is this the having up some degree of patience and tolerance in the relationship is highly is greatly important, because how if you lack the patience, then it a person who are involved in that can be quite easily disturbed and can be hurt by even just by some minor, some slight word of whether something it can affect the person, whether that word can something slight changes or even some change on the tone of the word can have this significant impact. So therefore now if we think on this, what is saying here, so it is really saying how when we receive such a like a criticisms or such a contempt, the statement from others. So it clearly explains here how we can prevent this from causing harm to ourselves. So it looks in this passage. So it looks into the fact that how does this contempt hurt to our mind, has the capacity to harm to our mind, or does it has a capacity to harm to our body, and so forth.
King on the region, other Kaka net mason, then Galo, Giaro. The Nichas, then couldn't young Marisi. Some tetuna, I wouldn't do on the son to the prayer, but tongue on the lawyer man, young Yamaring. And this say what I left. But I robot the color says she is that. Say, Yapushim. Sam machine, Gane, said the thing, Nebit mana, so. Nebit my gas, Nebit maga, so then. Rosa never shed on other patches of Sheranua. That is something. Take on the mother, Shushi, Jagayade. Not New Yamade, Choros on New York. Not true, Pensaga, nearby the money, guarding nothing, and Jay Yamade. You know Yamade, thinking a Chen New Yamade. Not true, Mary, near true, come up, cheaper January. Among all true, yes, Hachu cheaper, non. Haja pages or puzzle, Nuno again. So Noleke, Martin, you are Shan Yaga, said Gege in a doctor, that's right. Is that Calicon yard, saying that Tennyson yard, my children's on the thing on Nuno yard. Say, Yanya, Rego, so, Jadun Rona. Yondi then she boy some of the man, some of the matter down, machine that she the new but never Chpt to us there.
So in order to the applied this practice of patience in a phase of the when you in a phase of certain difficult situations, such as when you there's someone who is making a very criticizing one, so or making a very something very unpleasant remarks on you on oneself, then really in order to be able to practice the tolerant that and to practice patience, or to be in order to be not to be really to be affected by such words from the others, such unpleasant words from the others. So it does take one some sort of knowledge, to have certain knowledge, certain experience, and so this is what it is we find in here. So for example, as it's said here, how when we look at the actually the words, the unpleasant words that we hear from others, if we look at that, it by that the word itself, so it has no capacity, no cause, real cause to actually to harm your mind, as it's saying here, because mind is something very is not a material, and is an abstract, so it cannot directly harm the mind, and likewise that word itself has no capacity to even to harm your own body, and so therefore it's not really doing any harm to oneself. So
진주 마신 조지 맞네.
No. So in this way, the
나는 내자지 다 저래. 저런 늘 막 저래 되고 예제에 뭐 최고만 로데 제니데.
맞지 다다 강들게. 센세.
오늘 로사 다 진짜 좀만 로데. 오늘은 로사이마. 땡거당에 라보셔요. 저 라보도 마셔야지만 된 로마체 디센 로래. 네, 캐나다는 제도 먼저 이샤를 마셔야 대단해요. 네, 예제 많이 믿어. 저시하고 내다. 세전나와 뭐뭐쇼만네 레라 셴비 셴바 예전 레나 전나 영화기는 네 대다 녀도 전나 세서 마도 뭐냐바이 제데 제대이 레라네바 먼저나 세제 지시 초대 초마리 비실 대다 대신나뭐 간다 현주 이면 저 자세 좀 샤려거라 레라 녀바 셴비시세 또빌레랑에 바셰비거든요. 레나자 영화게 전에 내발했어. 영에내 로가를 다 됐어. 다다 만들었는데.
Okay, so we continue the reading. Then there's a quote from this. Thus, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, so since the mind is not physical, so no one can even destroy it. So it is strongly attached to the body, and so it is harmed by physical sufferings. So contempt, offensive speech, and unpleasant words do not harm the bodies. So then why, mind, are you so angry? No.
다들 살아요. 게 살아야 칼리바도 내가서와 잡아서라 전에 녀데 저도 소용 사도라 전에 체매바다 대완전 주스 대대다 계시 칼리바도 계시 내가서와서는 잡아서라 다 녀를 가르쳐는 너 레냐 가르쳐줘 사도라 마노죠 그래서 대시다된 그랬습니다 다든지 로저선 너마 로저를 깨 단단히 하셔서 되게 로저를 깨는데 이거 그래서 얘네들 까다비 계신 뒤따도 봐 로저라 봐 강서에서 단단히 제 용거야 나도 때 요는 용거를 봐 얘네 녀 제가 써놨어 레비세자 말레비세서는 나 가리나 그걸 이제 대샤를 내들 생존 너무 말해서 제 레바세 제 만나지 맞아 같이 지내서 만드세 맞아 지내서 말 건도 대샤를 내 레바세 만나가 뭐냐서 만나나 그걸 대샤 내그래서 내가 다제 선택도 도와주대 예매스 다제.
So then continue, the Sharava said, the great Kadamba master, so no matter what the three Geshes, Kamlungpa, Nisurba, and Takpa, so these are other three great Kadamba practitioners. No matter what these three Geshes heard, it was no difference from speaking to dirt and rock. So they remain happy. So this just shows an example of the how when someone who who are able to truly put this teaching into practice, then as he's saying here, the example of these three great Kadamba masters, who no matter what other make a comment on you, whether they are something pleasant, unpleasant, or they praise or they belittle them, it has absolutely has no effect on them. So in this way, how on the other hand, how when we lack the practice, then how we can be how much the other our external world has an influence on us. Like for example, how easily our we can be pleased or displeased by depending on what the other people make a comment on us. So therefore, as he's saying here, how the true practitioners, is to be, that is something who cannot be such easily, the feelings and emotion cannot be easily be affected or changed or predetermined by the changing circumstances or by the other people's also.
단도 갈세 야바서는 도시 안 오지les 대한요 거로 대하 지구야 말데 좀 된다.
So whatever the people, other people may comment or, but as a true practitioner, then they won't, whether they make a negative or positive comment, but they don't lose the peace and happiness which they possess within themselves.
Dola ma de Chen ba de wan yu si de de ko de yu da de shama je gen ye sa yi che de de ne ma de ba ju ju su se ju ma ju ba ju su do se de ne ye de la de ke ji se se na na ka zong ba le je de do xia wa yi che ro je rong chama xi bi xia ba qi sun ba dong sa de ma de de xie le ci le ya dan de ya.
So and then continue. So since everyone nowadays reacts quickly to what is said, so they became unhappy. And then when somebody whispered to Shendun, that's another practitioner, who said this and then that, Shendun replied, people also say things behind the king's back, so you have committed divisive speech, so confess it.
Me, mais, de Chpt, ne, la, mama, just, la, mais, mais, mala, chebale, vote, qui, la, che, sumbi, tena, chama, she, ye, shama, sama, she, ye, shanto, ne, cho, bitch, che, sumba, su, she, that, don't see the man dead.
And then continues so when someone said to the yogi, Sherab Dorje, people are talking about us and saying that our attendants are too lax. So he replied, well, the talk of the people will be about peoples. So what else would they talk about? So thereafter, that person completely stopped the spread of his divisive speech.
Una nyesa magda mangad se sawang tusal kan ro tho mun dia nang ngene se che masa de la ngad se mai jet de ga se mai jet de mai se mai jet de ma de de ro nyen kho de se ga ngene ra se ma ran tha jo tus ro ma de la mai ma ja ma la she ba le ye ji la she sun bis Simbi, Tena, Chama, Shentra, Neje, Chesu Masas. Ra, Sisa, Chama Shebade, Tanga, Masada, May, Sisa Masada, Murray. Then you can never can do ya. Sisa, this are gone, Rasa myself. She didn't know herself, the younger with the road, and Chendra, some don't do others. Young other, and my sister, Mother, Yasat and Magdua. Se mara mother Salma. Gitabar shed. Sonson, Rona, Yon, Duna, Yondi, Sana, Yosa, Kola, other Sisma. Kola did not vote. That's a time, Yabur had the Abu Maran, son Dodo. So, and Yeshu, the long Sisma, do not vote in, give her and Maggie. There must be some Masayama, you remember Mama. Young Hall Mag, don't get others, till the mother of them Zotu. Children Sism Masas, Sism Man, children Solma, then Parival Masayama, children Young Hall Magdes, children Yasat and Mag, the vegetation you are. Sism Mai, the May Sism Mai, the Mugwars. Then Parival Cockay and Dogmat, Sism Mother, Susan Dogmat, children Yasat and Magdes, and Caddes. The son told them, the son chamber to do the I tell you, my relation, Tama, she and church, better chess, Sister Tamayata, something there. I think
so just to explain a bit further on this advice here that how when this Sherab Doji said, people are talking about us and saying that our attendants are 2 lakhs, and then he replied, well, the talk of people will be about people, so who else they talk about. So in this reply, in that sentence, so there is actually quite a lot to a lot of message, like first of all, there's implications that the about to whom we usually people say like a harsh speak harsh words, and so people usually the people they it is common, it is natural to make that statement to other peoples, to people. And then also when we think of that, then if that's the case, then what are who are those people who make those make such harsh speech? And then it usually are those who are close to us, something intimately, really closely related to ourselves. Like some of those who could be who we share our life with. We spend time together and do a lot of things together. So there is the when we think of this, then is it if that's the case, if those are the people, very close people are the one who become the victim or the target of our such harsh speech, then it raises a question: that is it appropriate? Is it good for one to do that? This and whether it's good for one to speak harshly to them, to show a very bad the facial expressions and so on. So therefore, it is when we think about this, and then how it has the if we do not control, if we do not overcome such such hard speech and so forth, then how this can have an immediate effect on one's life.
Nyambaja Kasha, Soso Nyamamazu Koza yet, Rula Magaya, the rest, there was on the Ramaja. The Jetta, Yet Dala Magaye, Dala Nana, then nachos. Tea, then Rola Cheda, Rola Chenyu, Manjevi, Maga Pontes. Then that's on the Nenadua. Da never Magai got done never Mashada, Mala Magacha, Yamada, Chang, this, that's all. They never saw a cash of Magai, is regular. today, Yeda Moga, they Chara Garden negatives. Never Maduas. Never Madena, not Maga, the Pogo, do you think? Some day you do. Was I Yem Maga, so Yel Madame, some death of us, Garden, person Garden. I don't know what's up. Tobasa, Madame, don't tell the Jin Ness, Jin, Manjabi. I don't think, was I here, Rola Maga, Roland, you don't kind Roma. Maga is a dude, Rolando, they never are. Guys and dude and rod, Sandici, Maga, so the dude and rod, Java and Roma, never matter, Garden. Yes, I tell Maga Pongo Deuce, nearby Maga Pongo Deuce, yes, I'm told it. I think it's a Roma lay on the other.
And then continue. It says objections. So when someone has contempt for me, etc., so other people will not like me. So this is why I'm unhappy about it. So this obviously says clarify that the reason why I cannot tolerate such a contempt or such a abusive words from others is because as a result of that or such abusive word also have as indications that that they are not happy with me. And then it says here reply and therefore I cannot tolerate it because it shows that they are not happy with me. So it replied, so this would have some truth if others dislike were to harm you. So however, since their dislikes does nothing to you, so give up your unhappiness about other contempts. So just saying that given the fact that that in that situation that the other people are unhappy with you, other people dislike you, and then whether the fact that they dislike you, they are unhappy with you, whether that also become the cause to make one unhappy, and so therefore in that situation, if one are able to why if one are able to prevent or able to change one's this thinking that simply because that they are unhappy that if I do not have to be unhappy, so just simply by the saying this, and if you are able to in that way it is possible to prevent such the effect of any such contempt or abusive words on oneself.
Yeda dala magaya tena Chen da se yela dala sa majena dala Geshe ten mende tende resource tere yeda tene rola magawa ten ti se Chen da sera yeda dala neva da sa konyo majena da Geshe mende de resource tere.
And then says, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says, others' dislike for me does not devote me in this or others' lives. So why am I averse to it?
That is that is how many send the Sarah Jetala, Dala, then never do Sash, Marie Magis. I keep telling Son ten dollars, Magaya Dala, Manet Mess. That Yella Magade, Dala, Manet, never do I go. Yeah, John, tell her Tenny, Tetali, never talk big, Pache, bigger, never do. Remember, many of them are Latin trying what I said that Trojan said Yamaga, so no, not negumendus. That negumendus on the woman. Yeah, Johnson, yeah, John, that are like tennis, that are Magala tennis, Mala Nyambado, never talk about the Paja Shepa. Is that not Nyambado, Membado, Maneba, Mas, Sources, Trovo, you're not, I take the telling the other. Geshe is that called Mamma, what young other son to the son, the Matata, Madame Covoyade. Son of Ching, a mad over the is red, then she did the shaman the nation coin got something.
Then he continues when he says objections. Indeed, I am not harmed by their dislike, but in dependence on each, I may be hindered in acquiring things from them. So I will get angry at those who have contempt for me, scorn me, or say unpleasant words to me. So, so in the above statement, so where you are trying to to calm your mind or soothe your mind by saying that simply the reason for the fact that that there are some other who dislike me, so that is there was given advice that doesn't do any real harm to my just that the dislike thoughts of the other persons is not really causing any harm to me in this life and nor in my future life, and then you stop there, and then however then it takes further, but however that's the case, but however it can not only that even although that their dislike thought may not harm me, but as a result of that, I may it may disprivilege me, to gaining the wealth or any, and also receiving further such criticism and so forth. So now in this line, so we will see the real cause, the direct cause of our impatience towards the contempt and so forth is coming out. It's mentioning here. No. Tell Chapa Mer Magai woman, they're going. That's their Chapa. So that Chappy Yambo in Mateo, that Chappy Yambo there. Child, that Ma to the God that did the gang on the Chapa too. That you let no but about you, some of the saddle man, no, some of them did it. Yaganya Chapa make a chigger. Then Magana Gaja machine do Jaji Kaka and do then chopping under Shigunda. Then Shuna some machine and other Maga. Shuna travel guard and chopping with you. Is that? That's sure on the machine you get on you want more. That chopping will have cost what there is that didn't matter. Yamba. Tojo, the Jackie, that's a roll, Yabazi Tojo, Carpeg the Jago, or the Matapic, not there. Yama Maton, Dungayon. Is that Yabaton? There is, that's how Matapic, not staying, or that. So Matapic, I just say that's how goes one day. So then the reply when we begin here, even if you acquire things, so you must leave them here. So when we look into the bottom of why we cannot accept the such criticism or such any contempt from others and so forth. So when you come to that, then it is all related to our desire for hearing only the pleasant things, or desire for praise, and but on the other hand, to our strong dislikes to hear anything unpleasant and so forth. So therefore, it is implying here that how unless we overcome this the attachment towards like a praise, and towards the fame, and towards receiving like gifts and so forth, and we do that, it is we cannot really then fully put this, what is saying here, into practice, like as early on as when it's this, like just as these Kadamba masters who could remain calm, make no difference, even whatever the things the master hears through his ears, whether it's good or bad. So therefore, when we look at our own situation, then we can see how in our case, there is it is very fixed in our mind that there are certain things which brings about, which we are attached to, and then when we acquire those, it brings us joy, and that means when we lose those things, or when we're not able to get those things, then there's a displeasures, pleasure entities, pleasures, and so therefore it becomes as ours situation. So there's the suffering is all because of this cause of really struggle in order to hear and to receive the things that are desirables, but to trying to avoid those things which are undesirable. So therefore now, however, in this reply to this, now then we hear, as it says here, even if then the text continues with now, okay, if your reason is the main cause for this is to lack of tolerance is to do with your attachment to such as to the things and so forth, then it says here, so even if you acquire things, then it looks into the shortcoming of those things that we always look for, we are perceiving after us, and then saying even if you acquire things, so you must leave them here.
Telling Chpt, Dipa Jason Royce, Yaba Mapa, Yan Chawata. The Lonzo here is the Sabani, Amazon, Singalam. Here's a young and some deaths, the Kana, Yamba thought you want to John Rogan, Kakai to some. That tell and Chpt, then Chpt Dipa so you know. One of the divide Jim, man, Toby Yaba, and other John Magia, so no, not yet the Majago. He said, Tangene, Yaba Toba Jago, tell Chibugata, or Tibugata, Diva, Roy Jason Drogon, Tanyaba Matobal, Torugumadua. Roa, never Matobal, then Trola, never Catania Baton, never John Rogi, isn't it? Son Canzona, Abon Tram, Livina, the Jinjibi, Sellers, Amazon Horse, Sabani, Amazon Horse, I con the other.
So, continue here. So, even if you acquire things, so you must leave them here. So, whereas the sin of your anger at them will follow you. So, it's clearly now the advises or reminds us about the impermanence or the transient nature of these the things or the like the gifts or the the object that we are attached to and we are seeking, and it is to relating in order to gain those objects, and it is because of those that we cannot tolerance in a sense anything which will impede us from gaining those objects or and so forth. So therefore it says here. So however, if we think about the value of the things that we are seeking, then when we think of that, then those things then are impermanent, and in the sense that eventually sooner or later, so we have to leave them behind. They don't accompany with us all the time. So however, it is saying here that however, on the other hand, all the negativity or the sinful actions that we create in relating to possessing those things or protecting those things, gaining or protecting those things, so these always, as you say, they follow after us. They accompany with us. So in this way, if you are able to recognize the downfalls of these things that we are attached to, and then in that way, then we can we overcome the attachment or the desire for those things.
Nyamba yabo ya ngene lo she yabo yenge se pena lo jaji ne na yon ne cho koron cha le mata nyamba se chalo ro chalo sa te nyamba jan ro jero tende se ne ngene son to na yabo a jero de ngene pe ga nyole de to ne ngando ngene che chaka dal se tro she ro che ngene yo ra le cha ba ma lo she cha ba nye la cha ba ma Hola Chabame Vada, Tandani Andri, Jasi Santona, Genayare, Nina Traja, Lucena Traja, Lena Traja, so the chief Mana Puteano, you say, the day Tadangal Kalechi Gona, Yapo Yare, Sonada, Mother Sugar Shiana, Manuka, Chamagima, and Chejama, Ida, never thought they read the nature, Choali, Matai, Chagilas. How go there? Chi Chen a loja, Deva Shepadang, Lochi, so Deva Shebani, Drates, it's a young Drate, Dragis, Nin Drate, Yanka, Dry, yes, although, says she, yes, Detu, Chevachin, maybe shut Yankachi, Tempe, yes, although, says, Mama Lojana, Tempe, the Armati, that you will amare. Mama said, Lord, Jesus, Manong, Yenayo, Tempe is that the other I said, oh, Yamaru, Yamaru started that has so the Tempe, yes, or the Sechi, tears, they took a Cheva, maybe shall. This said, and Lucia Chan. All their chairs, and Lucia Chan, their chairs, and you Kaka, they do it. Chava Kaka, Mundias, that's the end, did that the Ecuador. Yes, there's a Tita, Kaka, Chava Mundias, shooting any that's a dead Chava Jim, maybe Sarasa. Then a pedre, that day, Mawach of the other, in a church, Sondona, Yapua, Son of Tunduna, the Ganatuna Cards, mother, Ronya, Ronya Lois, tell you, what never that, tell you, on the Chaba, never catch him, which are there. Chaba, yes, Harela, Cohen, Che, tell the Ganaloy, come man, he'll do much like the arts. Yellow guard, yeah, that is into Chaba. 차바지 안래 와래 이자 다선 대지 도나 야보야래 단대지 얘는 지금 녀랭에는 아시행데 다선 대도 세 비셔를 빼나 다 있는데야.
So then continues. If I read that, I can reply. So even if you acquire things, you must leave them here, whereas the sin of your anger at them will follow you. So hence, of the two choices, dying quickly in destitution or living for a long time improperly, the former is better. So even if you acquire things and live for a long time, so you must die since you are not liberated from death. And at the time of death, it is the same whether you have enjoyed pleasure for the previous 100 years or enjoy it for merely 1 year. For both alternatives are nothing more than mere object of memory, and at that time it makes no difference at all for your happiness or sufferings. So this or these lines, which really we need to really shows, give us a really like a practical instructions which we need to and we need to think, contemplate on this. What is this? The line is saying is meaning saying here. So essentially, it is saying about the reason for overcoming the attachment to all the wealth and things and the resources that we in our lives. So obviously, it is not saying that that the saying about the actual the fault of the wealth or the object itself. Rather, what is saying here, the emphasis is on how we have to important to not to have mentally not getting attached to all this the wealth and the resources, all the possessions. And why? Because if you are mentally attached to, or you really have a strong desire for these things, then these things will control our life, our whole experience. Whether it is those objects, then that determines whether our pleasure or displeasure, or happy or unhappiness. Which is to say that if we have those, if we possess those, then it gives some sort of sense of satisfactions. Whereas if we do not, if we don't possess those, then we feel that ourselves are empty and we feel dissatisfied with our life. So therefore, it says the emphasis is on really to overcoming and this diminishing the attachment and trying to, as much as possible, trying to cultivate the sense of contentment and satisfaction with whatever things that you possess. And then clearly it says how do there's a clear instruction here to how to showing here the reason why we need to overcome the attachment is because to those the wealth and all these possessions, including even our own bodies and our own and the friends and everything. So all that we possess. So it is reminding us here how even if we acquire those things, even if we possess those things now, but we have to leave all this behind, one day. So just saying here about the touches on this. If we're contemplating on the death impermanence, then we clearly understand that at that moment, whatsoever, there's no these things have no values, no meanings. So it is a case that even as it clearly says here, how even all the pleasures, that joy that we experience from those, depending on those things, at that moment, doesn't matter even whether someone who experienced that joy for 100 years or for for short time, for instance. So everything is at that moment is just a mere thought, just memories in our mind. That's there's no difference, and also clearly indicates that it is not when we have lived those at that moment, then it is clearly it is not the case that the one who possess more of such wealth, possession, so forth, doesn't mean that then at that moment so they have more comfort, more happiness at that moment. So so in fact, so there's they totally become meaningless, and then also we have to all these things have to be separated from us, as if like an example of how if we we were separated like if you pull like a hair from like a butter, taking a hair out of the butter. So like that, we be separated from all this, all our wealth, possession, and so forth.
Maybe just better Molola, they are number the Yeso, they are Nova, Nila, Sebiti, then them take it, Shavaching made by Janos. Tata, Sony, Tata, Chiati, Don, Tata, Zene, and Yabado, Kotila, Chapa, Doni, Yabado, Manyaba, Rabba, Sada, Rabba Sola, Yamadel, Manjate, that Nyabata, hit them at the Jata, chopping Uching, the Tarkon, the Malutel, and maybe Sheriffs, Tena, Teta Sola. Nyakala, Chapa, Doni, Nyabada, Manyaba, Rabba, Sola, Yamadel, Manjate, starting Malang there.
So then the continues. It is analogous to how in a dream the experience of pleasure for 100 years and the experience of a mere moment's pleasure have no difference at all with respect to your happiness or unhappiness at the time of waking. So when you contemplate in this way and turn away from attachment to gain and honor, you will not become unhappy with unpleasant words and contempts. So you have no interest in being special in the eyes of others, so you do not lose your contentment. So you have, it says, you have no interest in being special in the eyes of others, so you do not lose your contentment.
Dani, Tedo Chedala, Shenula, Lonzo Yeri, Semaru, Satanet, Dada Yeri, Lenjachon, Che, Jonga, the Teni, Mololoja, Danione, Sabanjava, Koyama, Geshe, yes, Danione, Sabanjava, Koyama. Sabateta, Yungala, Dewa, and Shamus, say Moluka de Jada, Shayum, Terry said to each other, Yunkayan, Che, Tisa, Tenda said, that. Never Mobocha, the Tonja, Yerites, Deshe, not having shed, cousin Rosa, Chubo Trobich, Trobich, Jedama, Labato one rose, Never Mobile, Ton Jete, Chandede, Yerid, this Deva the share Chong, I come in control, Mara Rogi to the 10 noise, going back and Rogi or anything, because you are mother. Chopacho, which is the church, the Temo, Labat, Tomando, Mara, Labatimano. It doesn't end it. Mata, Nasiabun, the other has never done Java Maga Gaba. That is a young man.
So, just to continue with this quote from. So, this is thus engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed state. So, this the explanations of this the course has already been covered before. So it says, so while I do not like contempt and so forth, because they interfere with my prosperity, I leave my accusation here, but firmly keep my sins. Better that I die today than live a long, improper life. Those like me might live a long time, but then there's only the suffering of death. Someone might wake from a dream after experiencing happiness for 100 years. Another might wake from a dream after experiencing happiness for a mere moment. For both persons, once they are awakened, happiness does not return. It is like this at the time of death. So whether your life was long or short. So after acquiring many things, I may enjoy pleasure for a long time, but just like one robbed by a thief, I will leave naked and empty-handed. So we.
내가 제사될 때 가리패도 되게 지시행되어 가지고 내가 석공 제지면 게 되고 내가 다 로식 제지면 게 들려서 일단 석공 제지면 게 다닌다 게 이노 세타 로니 다닌다 게 있어 깨져 될래 거래 나 되네 나 깨져서는 치견주 칭이 있어서 제대 될래요 아테바라 대마다사야 다닌다는 게 있어야되네. 라 관계 더 뭐래 그래 다 다서들 서서 공체바다 계주체바 콜을 하네. 다닌다는 게 있노스. 됐나?
So this last verse which says, but just like one robbed by a thief, I will leave naked and empty-handed.
Nati, Mara Nadidi. No clothes on that name.
Naked.
Huh? And then get all tips, all tech, all tips, all clothes, just hand nothing. No, Mara, no, nothing, outside nothing, no, you can't. The inside you can all Dhamma or Dada help this help. Just only on help you Dhamma. Your body no help that time. Your relative no help. Your possession, your no help. What help? Your Dhamma help there. Dhamma, your Dhamma they help. That thing is not good. You know, tell my mother, so the gauge there. 다닌다는 게 있는데 론이 그다 녀래 그다 똥발라면서 소재를 나 똥발라면 소재 샤발라면 던지를 레발라면 견들는데 지금 샤발라면 봐생도 이제 되대 그래 가래 지금 샤발라면 봐셔야 돼 다 잡아라면 서서 지켜줘야 되네 잡아라면 좀 해주셔야 받아 일단 다 단단히 가서 다 이제는 야분데 왔어 제바가 야부제는 뒤바다 다 제바가 비고 되고 다 먼저 하셔야 용거를 맞아 그러 샤고 말해 되게 되는 거래 다 소재기시네요.
So just saying that how all the things, everything fails at that, at the time of the death. And so therefore, but what doesn't fail us is the, as he's saying here, the Dharma. If we have practiced Dharmas, then that doesn't fail, and that actually becomes then like a true refuge. So when we of the three object of the refuge, so that's what the meaning. The refuge object of Dharma is called as the actual or the true refuge. So there's also like a prayer, so where the Dharma is like a peerless a refuge, object of refuge is a Dharma, like the peerless teacher is a Buddha, and so on. So this what at that moment everything fails, but the Dharma has can serve as a protection, true protections. So, and also along this line, if we remember, there's another line which says how you are your own protectors. So again, then that should be also taken into account how if you have within yourself, if you have gained all this the quality within inner quality within yourself, then how you can be your own protector or own saviors. So because all the other than that, Dharma and yourself, and so this is nothing which of any meaning, any value at that time. No. So it is at that moment then when we hear all this, heard about this teaching on the benefit of practicing patience, and on the other hand the shortcomings or the disadvantages of anger, generating anger and hatred. So all this teaching we can take in, we need to take on that kind of moment. So there is, if we have practice patience, then that and through that way, if we have accumulated virtue, then there is a true advantage as a benefit for us there. However, in our life, if we have fall ourselves under the control of like anger and such affliction, then there is the shortcomings. There's a great disadvantages for us at that kind of moment.
Dhamma man holding, and fashion Dhamma, fashion Dhamma, generosity Dhamma, morality in Dhamma, and fashion and Dhamma. Morally, what Dhamma is generosity, what Dhamma, generosity, you maybe after in next life, you may be born there, for the possession, good possession, no, you for there. Yes, generosity. Morality, go down or up. Then it's fashion, then you maybe nice fashion.
It's beauty.
I know, I like for no for. No for, then you need generosity. Then you come this year, last for next life, come it, no, do all Dhamma, anything, Dhamma means holding,
holding you from falling. That's another literal meaning of Dharma, is holding you from falling into poverty, into lower rebirth, into, all these such a misfortune, yes?
So we'll do the Heart Sutra on page 13. Sorry, 17.